we're preparing to live stream.
It's streaming.
Streaming.
Is it?
Yep, looks like it.
It still says setting up. Yep. Preparing to live stream. Oh, geez, I do not want to hear myself. Do you close it once it opens, Melinda?
I don't remember what it looked like.
Like it opened YouTube and I can see all of us.
Just minimize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks right on our end. So
Okay.
Is there a phone? Do you know the phone number to call in? Because Belinda can't get in. She doesn't have her computer with her. Let me see if I can figure it out.
I only have a link. There's a number?
Yeah, there's usually a phone number that you can.
What's the 812? Oh, that's
That's-
Yeah, there is no phone number.
Would it be the same phone number we used previously or no?
I don't know.
No.
I did what Julie walked me through it. Oh, unless.
Have her try this number, 1530
Wait a minute. Yep,
433
yep,
1961.
yep,
The PIN number is 917
Yep.
140
Wait,
140,
1140.
1140, yep.
No, minus the, take one of those out, one of those ones out.
Hold on, I'm emailing her. I found it.
917 140.
015.
I think I found it and emailed it to her.
Can you hear it in the background?
No.
It's something.
yeah, I hear something, but not.
Take it out.
It's not. Yeah.
All right,
I
Jamie's
heard the number.
Jamie's trying to figure out audio.
Oh, you're muted,
You're
Jamie.
muted.
There's an unmute button somewhere. I don't know what device you're on. Oh, you found the picture one. It's next to it.
There we go.
Yep, there.
There he
There
is.
it is.
A Zoom newbie.
Right? This is my third Zoom meeting.
I've been living on it since March of last year.
Yeah.
And I've never used this device before, so
Sometimes my first graders know it better than I do.
That's scary.
Yeah.
oh, shit.
They found emojis one day. That was the end of that lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Melinda, did she get the email?
Doesn't match it doesn't match a meeting.
Yeah, I didn't think it would. That was
Yeah, it was the previous one.
the previous
I-
one. Yeah.
Did you tell her I sent her an email? Kristen's coming again. Kristen's gonna give feedback.
So sorry, this is so frustrating. I'm trying not to use my iPad, but we went back to full in Wednesdays, so I stopped bringing my computer home. Trying to use my kid's Chromebook and that did not want to work, so, oh well. Did you copy, if you go to participants and you can copy you hit invite and you can copy invite link? That might
She wants to call in.
No, but if you copy that and then you paste it in an email, it would give the phone number. So the phone number is usually listed further below,
Yeah.
Courtney.
I
Right,
think I sent it to her.
No, that didn't. The one you sent earlier today didn't have the phone number in it.
Right.
Yeah, I just sent her one right now.
Oh, the new one? Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't give me anything. I don't want this. Do we want to give her a minute? Do we want to start? What do you want to
And then
do?
I'll just call her and put her on speaker.
Okay, that works.
I just sent her all the numbers. Just to her.
I'll wait until we get her on speaker.
So while we're waiting, I guess a fun thing, after our meeting last month, we had made a comment about how no one really uses the ball field. And it was like 3 days later, I was walking the dog and there was like, you know, little league stuff happening at the ball field. I'm like, they're using the ball field. It was so exciting to me. It's not, we have to look at that again. Maybe we have to fix the ball field up again.
Yeah. That's been on the to-do list for the last 2 years, I think.
But we kept saying, oh, no one's using the ball field.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But do you want to
Okay,
start
cool.
without her? Because it's been a while.
Okay. All right. We'll call the meeting into order at 7:11. We have Courtney, Melinda, Dean, Kristen, Jamie, our new member, or well, no, he's not official yet.
Not yet.
Mike and Tammy in the meeting right now. So first we need to approve the minutes from March. Do we have a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor? All right. I guess we're doing silent votes today. Okay. That was majority. So, all right. Or all of those opposed?
Okay.
Oh,
I'm on camera, but I'm not.
Belinda's here.
all right. Now we have Belinda. All right. Well, minutes are approved. So moving on to old business. The first thing is just the volleyball update. I sent Tracy the email and the letter about a week ago regarding the volleyball court, the letter that was sent from Sandbox. She didn't really get back to me. Like she said thank you, and you know.
I have the information, Mark,
Okay,
because I asked her
So-
about something else and she gave me a list of things to bring up.
got it. Okay,
All
so
right.
you can take it from here.
So she said Public Works would gladly assist with the volleyball court. The only problem is the backhoe is currently out of commission.
Perfect.
They're working on trying to fix it. I guess it's an older one, so it's hard to get the parts. And if they were to buy a new one, it would have to be approved by the town at a meeting at the end of May. So the timing of the project could be delayed if starting before the end of May.
Okay. All right. So is that the only concern?
Yep, that's all she wrote.
Okay. She said if they had to buy parts, it would have to be approved in a
If they were
meeting.
gonna buy a new one, it would have to be approved at the town meeting at the end of May. They're trying to find parts, but
Required to-
apparently it's quite old.
Okay. Well,
Were there any any other comments from the municipal department at all?
That's all she gave me.
Okay, I'd like to speak up and say, like, I believe if we're gonna move forward with this, say they get their parts or they get a new machine, however it works, I believe it would be beneficial to come up with a schedule, a plan, something that would expedite the process, make it a little bit quicker. So as we're not dragging the project on, you know, we know the municipal department has a lot of responsibilities. And I think it's worth having a conversation with them when their equipment is back up and running, maybe we have a plan ahead of time, material deliveries, et cetera. Maybe we get in touch with Sandbox and nail down a schedule so we can kind of make this go fast. So it's not a drawn out process. Maybe we have an emergency meeting when the time comes, say they pulled the trigger on parts, the thing's repaired. But I think it'd be beneficial for us to have a plan in place prior to,
Can I ask what the timeline was or is? Did we have one? Like, just given her comment about May?
Well, we need to have a plan in place before we approach the municipal department and say, listen, here's our plan. You tell us when you're available. We can schedule deliveries of material. We can get Sandbox on board for, for their material to be delivered. I'd like this not to be this is me personally, not to be a long duration project.
Agreed.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So to jump in, the letter from Sandbox I thought was perfect. The only thing that I had questioned was in the letter they said, what was it? I think it was like July, August.
August, yeah.
Yeah, was their timeline. But when we met with them, he said that they're pretty much ready to get the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that was just a typo. Like, he's probably used that letter in the past and just didn't change that timeline. But I agree with Mike. I certainly don't want to wait on this, especially now that it's the warmer season. So, and it doesn't take very long to do when you just have the plan in place.
Yes.
So I guess my next question is, do we want to, so my concern, with waiting on Public Works to get a new tractor is I'm going to assume that just because it's approved in the meeting doesn't mean that they're going to get the tractor the very next day. There's probably going to be like a procurement process where they have to go out to bid, and then they have to pick the tractor, then the tractor has to get delivered, and then they might need training on the tractor or whatever. So even though it might get approved in May, they may not be able to do it until June, and then by June it's full blown mowing season and everything. So I see a snowball effect. So do we want to look into other options, such as putting a call out to volunteers to do the excavating?
I agree, Mark. I do.
I volunteer.
Well, perfect timing.
I've been excavating a patio in my backyard for the past 2 weeks, and I have a tractor.
Perfect. So I think yes, we need to put a plan together. I think probably the biggest thing, in my opinion, is going to be the excavation.
Mark, I apologize. Yep. Who said I volunteer?
Jamie did.
That was Jamie.
Okay, so you have that equipment, Jamie?
Yeah, I have like a John Deere bucket loader that I used to dig out a 12.5 by 20 foot section. So it worked pretty good.
So my husband has a mini excavator too. So
that would work really good.
Which he would. I mean, granted, we just bought property, so he'll be out there a lot, but he could, with the help of his brother-in-law, could work on that.
Awesome.
So I think as a joint effort, we could probably get this accomplished.
Cool. Yeah.
Rather than waiting on the town to bid and vote blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I could get a transit too. And,
okay.
My stepfather has a lot of that like fill over there on so we could use some of that if we needed to. So.
Okay.
All right.
Phil, we don't have as of now, so.
That is awesome, and that's why I love living in Voluntown.
It's all really great information, and Jamie, number one, thank you. Kristen, number two, and Garth, who's probably standing in the room somewhere.
He just left, but yes, he was.
So along with the machinery, there comes trucking.
Mm-hmm.
There's material that needs to be exported from the site.
Right.
material that needs to be imported to the site. I think the work itself is not that difficult. It's more along the lines of like logistics.
Yeah.
Lining up
Yeah.
some, we can't leave like spoil piles like laying everywhere. It's really, I think it could be done in a couple of days, to be honest with you. It's just a matter of scheduling it. If Garth is willing to drop that machine off, I have a call before you dig personal PIN number that I could do through the UCIS. It's easy enough. Like Jamie said, he's got a transit or a laser level. It's all easy stuff. So
Right.
basically what we need to do is, to start, we need to allocate money for material, because if the sandbox is picking it up, then we're waiting on them. Or we just allocate the money to do it ourselves, maybe get reimbursed, maybe not. It doesn't really matter at that point. If they're supplying the netting, we have to schedule this. We have to get a schedule.
Yeah.
Right.
And taking the town off the hook, taking the municipal department off the hook would probably free up a lot of pressure on their end, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. So I think I'd like to keep the sandbox as involved as possible, just because I know he said that he has sources to getting the right material. Like, I've talked about how important it is to have the right kind of sand. You don't want like abrasive sand. So I think, as soon as tomorrow I can, who has the contact to Sandbox?
I'm actually texting Nate right now, waiting for him to get back to me.
Okay. Yeah. So as soon as tomorrow, let's shoot Sandbox an email saying, hey, how long is the process to get materials? And then when they can tell us how long it would take them to get the materials, we can schedule a delivery.
Yeah, we can store the material there. That's not hard to do.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so they can deliver the materials as soon as possible. And then
Did you clarify the dates in your correspondence with him first? The July, August thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think when we had the materials spoken for it, we can pick a weekend or whenever, honestly, where, we can gather as volunteers and do the excavation one day, and then, the next week or whenever is convenient, we can fill it in, lay out the, I know there's like the fabric and then the sand and everything. And then I don't know, maybe I'm being naive or cautiously or overly optimistic, but I think we could do this in like a 2 or 3 day thing where we excavate one day and then fill it in the next day. Or
Now, who removes the material though? Like Mike was saying, is that Sandbox also removes? Like if we dig it, will they remove it or
I
no?
don't think they would. It would be, I mean, Jamie actually probably has the best resource. He's not even on the commission yet, and we're already leaning on him.
There's not going to be that much material. You could put it in a pile and take it away later.
That's what I was going to say, Mike.
And
You could stockpile.
And you could buy stone and have it on site. So when we dug it, we
could get the material out of there, no problem, probably. Like you guys are saying, it's not going to be a big pile.
Basic
stockpiling is not a bad idea. Just let it sit for a little bit, maybe put a little silt fence around it so nobody's complaining.
And the town can take it away. They probably got a spot.
They've got trucks to do that too.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we could have stone delivered ahead of time, and then we could dig it out, put the pipe in for drainage and cover it with the stone and fabric. All that can be there. It doesn't have to wait.
Yeah, a dirt pile off to the side can wait for Public Works to pick it up. That can sit there for a couple weeks until they get their tractor. So.
All right. So I definitely feel like the mini excavator that Kristen referred to, and maybe Jamie's tractor to transport from the excavation, because you can't just like take a little excavator and walk 100 buckets to a satellite location. You need something to transport it. That can all happen relatively quick. So can we appoint like a couple people to lead this? like at least the upfront end, the excavation part of it, lining up with Ronnie Milovich, the removal, is that sound feasible or no? Instead
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'll volunteer to like lead the excavation and removal part. And then maybe we join forces, volunteer, everybody jump in when it's all excavated, it's all ready for the installation of the stone, the pipe, etc. Move on from there. And the holes for the posts, because those have to be dug as well. So
Yep. Yeah, I'm all for it. I can
Yeah, I'm down.
anybody else interested in jumping in?
I'll help however is needed. So,
Yeah, me too.
Send out an email when we got something to do,
Yeah. And just
So-
text my husband when you need him, Mike.
And in the meantime, we can get material delivered, like Mike said, we can get the material delivered. It can be stockpiled there, ready for installation.
So I guess the next step is to reach out to Sandbox, get their timeline and their availability for the materials. Once when we have that figured out, then we will schedule when to excavate,
Mhm.
and then we'll have the materials delivered, and then we'll start filling it in.
And I guess the sand was the guy from Sandbox says there's certain kinds of sand that they like. So if he could either get the sand or help us get the right sand.
Yeah.
Because I guess they like the washed river sand. It's more rounded, and the stuff that's crushed comes out of the crushing plants as a byproduct. It's got sharp edges and it's not as good. Remember him saying that? Maybe you weren't there yet when he was going over that.
It's I know that that's why I want Sandbox to really be
Yeah,
the
they-
ones that get the material, the sand for us, because
Sand
they're the
product,
ones that,
yeah. The rest of it was pretty straightforward.
yeah. Okay. So we'll wait on Sandbox and then we'll
Pick a
And
date.
we can react to their comments, Mark.
exactly. Yep. Okay. So that's it for the volleyball. I did meet with Tracy last week. I just stopped by town hall. I showed her the site, and she's all for it. I showed her the layout, and then she felt good about it. So I think we're good to move forward. Moving on to the drive-in movie. Any updates regarding that?
YSB will pay for the license.
Of one or two movies.
My budget runs out June 30th, so I'll definitely pay for June 18th.
Okay.
I can pay for July too. I'll
Well,
just pay ahead.
I know we narrowed down a selection of movies, but we never really picked a movie. So where do we stand with the selection of movies?
Anybody have the list? I haven't.
Well, I misunderstood. I thought you wanted like a top 4, and then somebody wrote back with, I think Courtney, like, let's pick one. So did you want 4 in a row? Did you want 1?
Yeah, we did kind of jump around. So, okay. I think I thought at the, when we started this like 2 months ago, that we were trying to pick a handful at once to get discount pricing. That's why we were going to get everything from Swank. And then I think it evolved into, let's do a Facebook survey, which is also a good idea. And then yes, when we had that email transaction, we were picking 1 or 2, like we didn't really narrow it down. So I guess, what do you guys think is the next step? Do we pick one?
Well, do we get a discount if we pick a bunch or no?
Yeah, so you get like a bulk discount when you buy like 3 or more at a time.
I think a Facebook pool will be confusing and might
I
lead
do
to
too.
some animosity. You know what I'm saying? Or confusion.
Or just disagreement, a lot of it, yeah.
I think we dictate, and I think it's, again, my opinion.
Yeah.
The list of 4 that you did have are all really great. Whatever order you think you do it in is just, it's irrelevant. But you know, I think if we dictate, then it is what it is.
I remember thinking, sorry, Courtney, Trolls is great for kids, but adults hated it. The new one. The first one was fantastic. The second one was terrible. Never seen such a bad movie. Sorry. But then there was, Courtney, we agreed on, you had only picked one, but
Right.
was it Crudes maybe?
No,
Yeah.
Hook.
Hook.
Oh, Hook. Okay.
Hook. Yes. Hook's a fantastic movie. Kids love that. Kids and adults. The Crudes is good. That Trolls was just terrible. Tom and Jerry's really good.
Yeah, so I forget who it was. Maybe it was you, Kristen.
I think I listed some, yeah.
Exactly. You had a list that pretty much covered all the seasons. Like I remember you had Beetlejuice in there as well.
Well, yeah, that was last year in Goonies, but I don't
Okay.
know. Like those are PG back when we saw them. I don't know if they're very PG anymore, to be honest, but
Yeah. Well,
like I've watched them with my own children. I'm like, I'm not sure I should be showing you this. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Take that with a grain of salt, but
I think people appreciated us doing last year. We advertised it as an 18 plus, but
yes.
it was still all families. I think people appreciated that, and as long as we say like, "Hey, this is the movie," it's up to your discretion.
Right.
So,
Agreed.
but I did like the list that you had, and yeah. So I had the Crudes. I had
Tom and Jerry, definitely Hook.
There was a new movie in there as well. Is that the Tom and Jerry one?
So Tom and Jerry,
yeah.
and the Raya and the Last Dragon were 2 new ones.
So
and they're
can
not.
we get? Yeah, we can't get Raya yet.
Well, we can on July 12th.
Okay.
That's what it said on their website there. So July 7th is when Tom and Jerry is available for us.
Did it say any
July,
like can
we what? Sorry.
Did it say anything about pre-ordering, like being able to, like if we tell them?
Yeah, it just says on there that July 7th is the release for Raya and the Last Dragon, and July 5th was the release for Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
So I imagine we could pre-order it.
Yeah, I bet if we tell them, hey, we want these movies, they can include that into our order.
Right.
Yeah.
Do one for July and one for August. Get the new ones in there. It'd be nice.
How late did we do them last year? September or October?
We did October. Yeah.
October, we did the adult one.
Well, because Melinda said she's doing this month and she can do July. So then we only have August, September, October to pick for.
Mm-hmm.
So
we still have to pick.
So do we worry about it right now, or do we get through the first 2? If it's coming through YSB, because Mark said we have to have at least 3.
Well, if we do 4 up front, like say we do Hook, Tom and Jerry, Ray, what is it? Ray the Last
It's
Dragon.
Raya and the Last Dragon.
Raya,
And then Crudes, we say we're going to pick these 4, and then I pay half, Rec pays half.
Yep. Yeah.
Do we want to do any more, like more of that PG plus one though? Do we want to pick one versus all
Why don't we get through these?
animated? I mean, Tom and Jerry's a live action.
I'm all for. I mean, we can. What are we doing? 6 months? I'm all for planning all 6 months right now.
5 months.
Or 5 months.
5.
And we
Well,
never
we
did
did-
Goonies last year, right?
Yeah.
that
So
could be an October one.
Yeah.
There's a couple that we had on there that would be good ones for the October, where they're sort of Halloween-esque, but
Yeah.
not necessarily Halloween.
Yeah.
So why don't we do Hook for June,
Okay.
Yep.
and then Tom and Jerry for July, the Dragon thing for August, Crudes for September, and October Goonies?
Sure.
I like it.
Sure, done.
Sounds
That was
good.
easy.
Done.
And Hook.
Hook,
Okay.
Tom, and Jerry, Raya, Crudes, Goonies, and this is the new Crudes, not the original, right?
It's Crude's the new age. Yes.
Yep.
Tom and Jerry.
All right, so I'll call tomorrow.
What was September? Crudes? And then,
Yep.
Yes, and then Goonies.
okay.
Is October.
And sorry, are we doing one in May? Did we just pick one for May?
Just June.
No,
No,
June was
no.
the first one.
Okay.
The movie's June 18th. That's the date we picked.
Perfect.
So did you pick dates last time for all of them, or you just picked the first one?
Just June 18th.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
doing with
I
June
just want to write it
18th.
down. Okay.
So the next thing we need to do is build a screen.
Yes.
All right, so with the screen, last year I purchased the 20-foot 2x4s because we haven't really done a screen, like I guess the new screen pull down, whatever. I know we were looking into it. Dean started looking into it. We can still go forward with the ice rink plastic. It will be okay. You know, it worked well last year. The 2x4s, they're 20-footers. I had to special order them, and they were like $100 last year. Obviously, everyone knows the price of lumber has like.
They were laying out behind the town garage. I wonder what happened.
I think steel would be cheaper this year. than lumber.
There are two of them that are still hanging there, which we could probably use those.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, which again, not a big deal to reconstruct this thing. It's not hard at all. Just a few hours. So I can get the lumber. That's easy enough to get. I can order it at least. Just a matter of maybe $50, $100, and then we'll put it in. I've got all the fasteners and hardware and stuff. Not a big deal. That's all it really is.
Yeah, I think we talked about going ahead with the ice rink fabric, trying it out with the new roll down method, or roll up roll down method, and then seeing as our budget starts over in July, if we need to, we can invest in a movie screen.
Yeah.
So I like that plan.
Okay. We've got plenty of plastic left over. Plenty.
Yep. All right, cool. Anything else for driving?
I am sorry. So we are doing. Are we doing a May movie or no?
No.
No.
June 18th.
June 18th. Sorry, I missed that part.
Yep.
Well,
I
Did
asked the same
anybody
question.
check the school graduations in June?
Yeah, it's not that.
good point.
Yeah, but did we check all school graduations in June?
No,
Families
but
are gonna go to
worried
graduation
about
or they're
one.
going to the movie.
So the high schools are all the week before that.
in Voluntown is June 14th.
In Valentine's, yes. So like I know
In-
NFA is NFA is on the 9th. Most of the high schools didn't have snow days. The elementary Valentine was the only one that really had a lot of snow days. So
Yeah, Amy thought it was a good date.
Yep, let's stick with it.
Just a heads up, I won't be there. Just check my calendar. I'm going camping.
Nice.
Sorry.
Not allowed.
We're graduating for something.
Canceled.
This is the June 18th one.
Yeah.
So
My
Dean, you're
daughter
gonna
has
be there.
surgery that day, but
You'll be there to set up, right?
yes.
Okay.
And I might have a better projector for us too. We'll see.
Okay.
Cool.
I think we've got it covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
People
Cool.
know how to park.
All right. Tri-Centennial Cornhole. Melinda, I saw your email.
Do you want me to go
Yeah.
with this one?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so Tammy and Aldano, well, Al built them. I stained some of the cornhole boards, my husband, and Tammy was painting, so they look really nice. He did a really nice job. Also, Tammy and Al are also gonna be donating the bags to Recreation Commission. I was gonna purchase them, and I got a text from her today saying they're donating them. So I was telling Courtney, we definitely need to send a thank you note.
Yep.
I sent everybody, did I send anybody the cornhole registration forms?
Yes.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions, comments?
No.
Do I need to change anything?
I haven't read them. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
didn't look it over, but you are great
No.
at this, so
No.
I'm going.
I think
I would appreciate it if everybody could look at it tonight and email me, or tomorrow morning and email me by tomorrow night.
Melinda, I'm looking at it right now. It looks spot on to me.
Because basically what I did is I took the dodgeball tournament stuff and kind of just took things out.
I think it looks spot on.
All right, so then I was gonna, I don't know how we're gonna get this out to people. I can have Tracy put it on the site. And then maybe somebody can Facebook it.
Yep.
How do we? What do we really need to set up teams? Anything?
Need names, really.
Well,
Right.
Friday's 2 days away. Oh, wait, never mind. Next Friday. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you
And-
tell
and-
us Dan for next week today?
Yeah, and what did we decide to do for cornhole? Our trophies, or what did we end up deciding? I don't even remember.
We said trophies.
Trophies.
So
Now
we
we're
need
doing
to-
2 trophies.
Yeah,
one for each
Yeah, you
person
need
who
one for each
won.
person on the team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and there, I know you mentioned Crown Awards, and they had, right, it was Crown? Yes. They have a bunch that actually are even cornhole related too.
Yeah.
Right. I just got mine for the fishing derby from them, so I have to order some for YSB. Do you want me to order them for rec as well?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I'll pick them out and then I'll send them to everybody and let me know yes or no.
Okay.
I'm saying yes right now.
Whatever you pick. All in favor.
Oh,
And-
aye.
Yeah. And I think we also said that we were doing a gift card, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yeah.
And how much was that?
Why don't we do like,
Where's the minutes from last month?
well, but so I just got some new cornhole bags from Dick's. The Dick's gift card would be nice if they want to get new cornhole bags.
Okay.
Would that be appropriate?
Yeah.
$25?
There we go. The prizes will be two $25 gift
Yeah.
cards and the trophies.
Yeah, they were $23 a piece, so that's perfect.
Okay.
All right, so 2 Dick's
Not-
cards.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. And Courtney, you and I are doing that, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. When is it? It's next weekend?
No,
Oh,
the 22nd.
20.
Do we need to vote on allocating money for the gift cards? And-
We voted on it last month.
Okay, all right, sorry.
And just so you know, Brian and Allison are going to be doing YSB cornhole in the morning. So I don't know if one of you want to maybe stop by and just see how they're doing it to kind of get a gauge.
Sure.
Because we're doing 8 teams as well.
What time? Do we have like a
One.
start time?
1 to 3.
1 to 3. All right. All
What day is this?
22nd.
22nd, Saturday.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right. They were talking about Friday. I was like, to work.
Okay.
So can we also get it? We're doing the form. Can that go out in the school newsletter? Did I miss that? Was that a discussion?
I can.
Because we can get that submitted to the school. That's a good way to get the majority of the population in the town.
I think the like registration form and everything looks fine. I didn't read through the rules yet. But I think to get the registration form and stuff out by tomorrow, that looks fine.
That's my goal.
Yeah, that looks okay to send out.
The
The other-
newsletter goes out on Friday, so.
Right.
Set the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tracy can definitely, I think we can put it on the town Facebook page. We can put it on our own Facebook page.
Yep.
Maybe we can share it on Dwelling or something.
Yeah. As soon as it's
and
on the
then,
town page, we can share it to everything pretty easily.
Now, is this only Voluntown residents or anybody?
I feel like it should go toward Voluntown since it's the Voluntown Tri-Centennial. So,
Right. I wonder if we put it out to everybody, if we'd get
Yeah.
full like Griswold Lisbon people before any Volunteer people even get.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So do you want me to put that on there somewhere,
Okay, it should be
Volantown
on there.
residents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need to have like a referee for this?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
All right, okay,
Courtney is going to be the asserter,
cool.
the enforcer.
So where do you want me to put the Volantown residents only, Courtney? Anybody who's looking at it?
Do that again?
On the volleyball form, when we did volleyball, it was right there on the actual, filled it out, like in the name part, you had a little thing before, right? It
Right,
said
I'm just thinking,
Voluntown residents.
I'll put, where cornhole tournament in parentheses, Volantown residents only.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I would put it on the registration form. Like you can put it right under where it says participant registration form and like big red letters is what I always do. Voluntown residents only.
And the rules, I don't know, just double it up.
Yeah, yeah, put it in the rules as well. And then also the document that says cornhole tournament, again, just
I'll say
throw it somewhere in there, big red letters.
Okay,
All right. Anything else about the tournament? Moving on. Constitution Field light update or lights update.
The update was from last week. I was told Monday. I made arrangements with the town guys to have the gate open for him. Things fell through. He will be there on Friday, pending weather. He's got a boom truck. He's got to drive it in the field. If it's too muddy, it's too wet, whatever, he won't do it. But the plan is for Friday. He is aware of the Tri-Centennial, and it needs to be done prior to then. But the plan is for this Friday, and I just had a text message from him 5 minutes ago, and that is the plan.
Yeah, that was one of the questions. I attended the last Tri-Centennial meeting. They actually had one in person. That was awesome over at the Pavilion. And that was one of the questions that they did have was if we had any idea about the lighting. So that'd be awesome if it is up and ready to go.
It should be up and ready to go, and he's definitely aware of the Tri-Centennial. So,
and we're gonna be able to turn those off when it comes to the fireworks time. That was one of the questions.
The plan is to have new headlights put on, new heads put on the basketball court.
Right.
The wattage is going to be upped a little bit. There'll be a new control panel with a timer, and then also up by the gate where the porta potty is, there's going to be a new 10,000 watt LED with shut off and disconnect, so we can actually manually do it if we have to.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was one of the questions. Like, are they gonna be able to turn it off for the fireworks? I'm like, I'm assuming so because we could before, but yeah, that is a yes. All right,
Yep.
cool.
And then I just thought of what was it last week? The trash can that we ordered. I forgot that we ordered a trash can. That came in or was supposed to come in.
it came in.
Okay, it did come in. And we placed it over by the Pavilion. So I was talking to a couple of you and we all couldn't remember exactly where we intended it to go, but ultimately we decided the Pavilion would be the best spot for now. So, all right. Anything else regarding the lights? All right, moving on to new business. CARES Act funding. So when I stopped by the town hall last Tuesday, well, I guess I'll backtrack. You guys may or may not know that the government, the federal government released a bunch of money, like trillions of dollars for just federal relief to municipalities. So that relief money is tied to COVID, but there's like 3 ways that you can use the money. It can be to it can be used to make up for lost revenue. It can be used to make up for job loss. So like if you had to cut a job or a position, you can hire that person back or create new jobs. You can use it for infrastructure. And then that might have been it there. Or you can, give it to charitable foundations or nonprofits. So I just spoke with Tracy briefly about it. Voluntown is, for Voluntown standards, is receiving a decent amount, but not a ton. So she just mentioned last Tuesday, not this past Tuesday, but 8 days ago, that they were considering using some of the money for additional lighting around the pavilion, potential like hookups for speakers around the pavilion. And then she also said if there is any money left over, maybe we can use it towards something else, such as, putting the plan together for the garage. Like what are we going to do with it? Maybe we can use it for demo or something, or we can maybe put it towards the playground. So again, it's very early preliminary stuff that the selectmen are just talking about. She just mentioned it to me, but I figured I'd update you guys about that. I don't have numbers. I don't know how much money they're planning on spending. Most municipalities, and I'm sure Voluntown falls under this, plan on using it for, more important infrastructure upgrades, around town. So I wouldn't expect to get a lot, but if we get something, maybe like a couple $1,000s, then, it's obviously beneficial. So if I hear of any updates, or if, Tracy updates us, then I'll let you guys know. So
Thanks, Mark.
yeah. And new business, pavilion usage and insurance.
Want me to go?
Sure. I don't know much about it.
Okay, so I think it's a non-resident actually asked to use the pavilion for a birthday party. Obviously they don't have insurance.
Mhm.
So I did ask Tracy about it because they also want to have a food truck. So she said that yes, they could use it for the party. It is a public space, so anybody can crash it at any time. And they do have to fill out the hold harmless form in addition to the pavilion. And if they are having a food truck, the fire marshal has to be there. The food trucks have to be inspected by the fire marshal the day of as well. So they'll need to contact Jody.
Okay.
So unless you guys have any issues with that,
What did you say they had to fill out?
what?
What kind
The
of
hold
form?
hold harmless. It's basically in lieu of having your own liability insurance.
Limited liability, yeah.
Right. It's on the website, the town website, and I think they do have the pavilion use form.
Yeah, and it's the same thing that the Tri-Centennial Committee is doing for all the vendors. If they don't have their own liability, they all have to have that.
Mhm.
So even town groups, if they're just putting a table up, have to have the form filled out. So.
Yeah.
So in future, do they have to have insurance? Because like the school wanted to use it. What do you call them, Kristen?
If you're using any type of food or using any type of, like if it's, how do you explain it? If they're selling food
They're not.
or the company is you're using any type of stuff that you put on your body, like lotions or soaps or anything like that, you have to have your own insurance.
Okay, no, the school wants to use it for their, what's it called? The boards, Kristen? Union meeting. And they don't have insurance. So then they end up going with someone else. They went with the church pavilion, and I'm like, I wish you would have said something because you probably didn't have to have insurance. So I just want to make sure going further that we don't have to worry about insurance for something like that.
If they have a hold
You have to
harmless,
fill out that form.
if there's a hold harmless and in effect and they sign it, then we or the town is not responsible for any
Yeah.
liability.
Okay,
You know?
all right.
Yep.
And Julie Zelinski wants to use it for the Eagle Scouts, June 6th. So I was gonna let her do that. And then Dean, does the Republican committee still need it July
Yeah, so
24th?
I'm gonna get that to you. I've been authorized to fill it out on their behalf, so
Okay, so if you can get me the pavilion use and the hold harmless,
I just have to fill it all out. And you
All
said
right.
June 6th,
it's gonna
what
be
Julie was asking about?
Eagle Scout Court of Honor.
Oh, good. It's good to know that's the date they chose. Thank you.
All right,
Because I'm running that one, so I need to know.
For the 29th of August for the car show.
okay. All right, and then this has to do with the pavilion, but not, is there any, I don't think we have anything going on September 4th for the field or the pavilion, because the Tamarack wants to use the parking lot for parking.
They must have, they have a big venue or a big event. And they want to bus people. Is that what they're doing?
I guess, I don't know, I don't even know what it is, but
Who wants to use it?
Tamarack wants to use the parking lot.
Tamarack,
Oh, a wing fest,
September 4th.
yeah,
Sorry, what, did you just say what it was?
wing fest.
Oh, Wing Fest. Oh, I'll be
Are
there.
they gonna have
Piqued my
somebody there to
interest.
direct traffic and stuff for everybody leaving at the same time?
That's kind of falls on the town, Tracy, not us really, because it's their parking lot. She just wants to make sure it's not gonna interfere with any of our events.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so as of now, yeah, we don't have anything planned.
Okay, so I'm gonna say we're good for all of these, and the library also wants to use the pavilion as well, and she filled out everything.
Did I
Okay.
give you a rain date for the first show?
You can just put it on your form when you fill it out.
Yeah, I just don't remember. I know it's in September.
I don't remember.
As long as it's not the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's not the
There's
4th.
nowhere to park.
I think it's the 11th.
Dean, you said you didn't have a date yet.
For what?
Didn't Melinda say that?
Oh
you-
yeah, she said something, that's for Nick Zelinski's
Republican.
Eagle Scout thing. No, the RTC thing, we had a date for that.
Okay.
All right, so I think that's all we have for the
Well,
pavilion.
I'll let you know. I think it's the 11th. It's the Sunday. I think it's the 11th.
All right, just fill out the form and give it to me and put it on there.
Yeah.
Because then I'm working also with Sue at the town, so whenever I get a pavilion request, I hold on to it and then I forward her the name, so she puts it on the calendar. So everybody's on the same page.
That was one of my questions. I saw that there is a calendar on there. Is that going to be
Yep.
utilized? Okay, because I
Yep.
thought it was completely blank and I wasn't sure how that was.
Yep,
Okay,
we're
excellent.
working on it.
Good. No, this is great. We're way above things. Come on.
Oh, and just,
Melinda,
what?
September 12th. The rain date's the 12th,
And what's the actual date of it?
the 29th.
Okay, also,
August 29th and September 12th.
okay. If you can get me this info in sooner than later, that'd be
Yeah.
great. So she also said the gazebo, disc golf, all that area track, pavilion parking lots are gonna be closed on Saturday, May 22nd due to the fireworks, because the firework company is gonna be there at 1. It needs to be closed for explosive safety reasons per fire marshal. Residents who live on the road will still have access to enter and leave.
Right. But during the actual event, they're going to close Gate Street. They're going to actually not allow any traffic to go down there during the actual fireworks, just so that we're aware. Yeah, they're bringing in bigger fireworks this time, like legit fireworks. So I guess they've authorized all that. And then just so everyone's aware, when the actual works are going to be going on, no one's going to be allowed to be basically on the Gate Street side toward the river at all. They're all going to have to be on Constitution Field or back further. And for those who are here who maybe not going to be at the event, your best place to go is going to be like the sledding hill. That's going to be your best viewing area, honestly, because they're going to be some big fireworks. And they are bringing in, they
You're
have,
on YouTube, Dean. You just told everybody that.
no, it's already been all over that. And they said they weren't going to say anything about it. And the next day they had a flyer I saw online.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but one of the big concerns is going to be traffic, just stopping. That was one of the big concerns Jody had. So they are going to actually have to have a couple of state troopers, at least a couple, just to help keep traffic moving and things as well. So it should be good, really. It shouldn't be any issues.
Yeah,
As long as it doesn't
I'm
rain.
excited.
That's gonna be the big issue, as long as it doesn't rain.
All right.
I have something for new business. It's more
Sure.
more a question than anything. That we had some correspondence with Miss Valancourt from the school regarding the Brett Salter Memorial Fund. I just want to make sure that there are no missing items. Is everything kind of all set with that?
I talked with Mrs. Valancourt the other day. I'm still waiting for her to select another child. We have one. And once they have done that, I will talk to Julie and have them cut the check for $50 each.
Okay. All right. So all the details are relatively squared away. It's just a matter of the school now, correct?
Yeah, I've been working with Mrs.
Awesome.
Valancourt.
Awesome.
Have we talked to Chuck about it?
I have, yes.
Okay.
So
They are presenting it though.
they are presenting it.
Not Chuck, Jackie, because of the way with COVID, I believe it's just Jackie and Amy. Do the Salters want to do this?
I didn't approach him with that option yet. I can if we choose to.
I don't know if they're gonna allow it because of COVID and whatnot,
Okay.
but maybe they should be invited anyways, just to be there.
I will suggest that. Maybe do we draft up a small letter? I mean, or I can talk to them and verbally invite them, saying that this is what our intentions are. He kind of knows it. So if you would like me to carry through with this, I will do it.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Now, do we know for graduation, are they doing like they did last year, with the cars on the field, or are they doing it inside? Have we heard it all?
Don't really know yet.
I'm not sure.
I have to tell you, the cars on the field actually was really good. You know, having my kid go through that whole thing, you know, the families had a chance to beep their horns for the kids, and it was, you know, a good, safe experience, and everyone had a lot of fun with it. So
And another benefit of living in Voluntown when there's only 30 kids graduating.
they just go on the ramp. That was it. Yeah.
If there were 300, it might have been a different scenario.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll follow up with communication with the Salters and let them know what's happening and invite them to graduation. And I would be happy to attend it with them as a representative from the Rec Commission.
I would assume it's gonna be outside. I think most schools were given the go-ahead with graduation as long as it's outside. Because I know our school is using the field in their town to do outside because we don't have space on campus. So, and our graduating classes are teeny tiny.
It's safe to assume, I guess, same thing's going to happen in Voluntown then, right?
Yeah.
It would be outside. I mean, I don't know if with cars, but I'm assuming it's gonna be outside.
Okay.
All right. Any other correspondence or general discussion?
Oh, I do have one thing for general discussion. Apparently the school got a new van and the town is currently in possession of the old one. It's got a lot of miles on it, seats 10. Do we want it?
No.
What are we gonna
Absolutely.
do with it?
All maintenance, registration, gas and driver expenses would come out of recreation budget. We do have a senior bus that we are getting ready to register for senior transportation and could also be available when not in use for seniors. For the Rec Commission, the bus requires a specialized driver. If we use it, we have to cover gas, the cost of the driver. And if we don't want it, it'll be auctioned off.
Put the money back to the town. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Auction.
Mike, we can use it to transport all that, the spoils from our excavation.
Yeah, one time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell her to auction it off.
I support that.
Yeah. Anything we might need a bus for something, we could just go to the Board of Ed and see about getting a bus and the bus driver from them.
I agree.
Yep. All right. That's all we have.
Oh, the budget.
Oh, yes. Here, hold on one moment. I gotta grab my battery charger, but you guys can talk. So.
Thanks, Bart.
All right, so I don't know if everybody got the spreadsheet I worked on.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Thanks.
I didn't get the spreadsheet.
Really small, but
I didn't
awesome.
get the rules either, but that's okay. Keep going.
Really?
Yeah.
I got you, Dean. Sending them away.
All right, so anyways, basically, that's the wrong spreadsheet. Hold on.
Thanks,
Hang on.
Ms. Magario.
So we have $5,559.94 left. Mike, is the electrical still going to be 2,300?
Yes,
Okay.
nothing has
So-
changed in his scope.
Hang on a second, Jim.
And then I have 100. So projected upcoming expenses, I have movie screen material as 100. Playground mulch, are we ever going to do that? That's 1,000.
Probably should.
I think we could,
Yeah.
playground mulch we can do. That's easy.
What'd you say?
I said, I think we should do the playground mulch. That's easy. We
Okay,
can just
so
order it and
we have $1,000 for that.
How many yards are you ordering?
How many yards?
What's $1,000 get us for yardage? 50?
Did you hear that, Belinda?
I'm sorry, what?
What does $1,000 get us for yardage
Delivered.
Hold on.
delivered?
We don't have to go exactly by this. This is just,
40 yards.
40 yards,
That's a lot. Holy cow.
I believe it's $25 a yard.
$25 a yard.
It's cheap compared to stuff we get.
So
well,
how much,
How many yards do we normally put down there? Does anybody remember?
do you remember how many yards we get, Belinda?
honey,
No, we'd have to go back and just look in the last time we wrote them a check.
I remember at least.
$25.
Who did we get it from last time?
This one over in Sterling. I don't remember his company name.
I have no idea. So you want to just vote that we'll get as much as we did last time from the same company once I find out from Julie?
Yes.
Yeah, I know the company. If I was in my office, I'd be able to tell you the name of the company, but I just can't remember the name of it offhand.
All right, I make a motion to order the exact amount that we did last time from the same company and have it delivered, and we'll get together or maybe the town can spread it for us.
I recommend we wait till after the Tri-Centennial for the delivery.
Great idea.
Throwing a bunch of stuff into a small period of time.
Yep. Okay, and then we also have upcoming expensive of about $400 for the portable toilets at the field and $132 for the beach. That'll be the last one for this year, June. And then yoga, approximately $600. And then we're gonna end up with $4,524.60. But could,
Bank name.
what?
I think, didn't you have citizens on there or something?
Yeah, it has something to do with a checking account, I think.
so, sorry, Melinda, you said with all the expected expenditures, we'll still end with around $4,000.
No,
Oh,
we're gonna end up with
1,500, I think, right?
about 1,000, give or take, depending on how much we spend with the playground mulch. So
Okay.
we can really spend the rest of it at our next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that we were pretty close.
Well, if we picked all the movies,
Oh, yeah.
can we pay for those this year?
I'll put that
Well,
on
especially
there.
if we're ordering it in bulk in advance. Yeah.
So I'll put 3 movies. I'll find out what the cost is tomorrow.
And I still take donations if anything's left.
Courtney, now it's my turn. We just bought land, we're building, so the donation.
I got bank loans and Jack.
Lumber.
So
We'll just buy it all in lumber. It's like what, 3 2x4s, right?
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
yeah, right. No, Garth being a builder, he's like, so we're not building yet.
Yeah,
I was
two-
gonna say, not a good time to build.
Just
two
doing a
sheets
lot of
plywood.
clearing.
That's good. That's a good amount to be left with at the end of the year. That's really,
Yeah.
Mhm.
really good.
Mix it up on a volleyball
Right.
project.
That's true.
All right. Anything else?
Jamie will become a member next month, after May 11th, when they vote on it.
Awesome.
Very exciting.
Welcome, Jamie.
Thanks for having me. It's gonna be good working with you guys.
Absolutely.
Melinda, Melinda, should I take the numbers right off that spreadsheet for the treasurer's report?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. Shall we have,
one-
oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
sure.
sorry. One thing for the spreadsheet
Oops.
there, the treasurer and stuff. The gift cards that we're getting in the awards, is that on
There
there?
you go, Dean. Good call, Dean.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at it. It's on my phone. It's very hard to read the spreadsheet on my phone, but
It's tiny.
so because that's going to be at least $50 in gift cards plus the awards, right?
Good call.
yep.
Okay.
We didn't spend anything at 8th Street, right?
No,
No.
Okay.
And then also the gift cards, trophies, and then 8th grade award,
Yep.
Mm,
which is $100. Okay,
Or maybe it's 1,500 this year. You know, we got some extra.
so then we'll be left with about $800, give or take.
okay.
Good.
Good.
nice
Yeah, and
work,
so the
guys. Nice work.
8th Street Fund, we have $15,822.22.
Yep, that's what I had.
That's great. That's 800 is easy to work with. So,
Good work for everybody this year. Good job.
yeah, I'm excited. We're making some good improvements.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Anything else?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. Meeting is adjourned at
Right.
8:12.
Great seeing you guys.
All right.
Have a good night.